Hello and welcome to The Downsized. My name is Laraine Durham, and this is the channel where we talk about all things related to GLP-1 weight loss. This is our series, The Downsized Dish, where we talk to real people like you and me who have lost weight with the GLP-1 medication like Mounjaro, Zepbound, Ozempic, Wegovy, semaglutide, and tirzepatide. I've lost 50 pounds on compounded tirzepatide, and in this series, The Downsized Dish, we try to learn from each other, try to learn something new, see how other people are doing on their medications, and hopefully you out there will see someone who may look similar to you. So please like and subscribe to The Downsized. We put out videos every single day on all kinds of GLP-1 topics. So we hope you will like and subscribe now. Also, please keep in mind that we're not doctors. I'm not a doctor. My guest is not a doctor. And this is not medical advice. So if you're interested in starting a GLP-1 medication, please start with your doctor or healthcare professional. All right, let's get into it. Let's welcome Martha to The Downsized. Welcome, Martha.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. Martha, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 68 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We've been married, my husband and I married 44 years.
Wow.
We have two children, a son who's 39 and a daughter who's 34. Our son and his wife, they have two daughters, and my daughter and her husband have a son and daughter.
Nice, very nice. And do they live close by? The holidays are coming up. Are y'all getting together?
Well, fortunately, my son and his family live here in our town, and my daughter is in Cincinnati, 3.5 hours away. So they will be up this weekend, and we'll do it this weekend. So
you must be in Ohio too?
Well, yes. I was born and raised in Detroit.
Uh-huh.
And then after college, with a job, got moved to Toledo, Ohio. And through that work, I met my husband. And we live now in Northwest Ohio in a little town called Bryan, in the very northwest corner of the state, about 15 miles from Michigan and 15 miles from Indiana. And you may know Bryan by one of our companies, the Spangler Candy Company that makes Dum Dum Suckers and Circus Peanuts.
Yeah.
And then Ohio Art that used to make Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, of course. Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're known for. So
claims to fame.
Yes.
Well, awesome. Well, Martha, awesome. Tell us about your weight loss journey, Martha.
Well, I feel like I'm like everyone else. This has been a lifelong journey. I guess I would say I can remember probably being 8 or 10 years old and my mother taking me to Weight Watchers, as you have said you did the same thing.
Yep.
My parents and my brother never had a weight issue, and I did. I was always the chunky kid.
Mm-hmm.
And starting back on Weight Watchers, back when you were a kid, I remember having to drink powdered milk because I couldn't have regular milk.
Yeah.
Having to eat liver once a week.
The liver days. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, horrible. But it just, way back then, it started the yo-yo dieting. And, I have done every single diet that seems to have been out there.
Yeah.
And, I have to say, probably one of the hardest things about yo-yo dieting for me has been the emotional roller coaster. Getting the strength to start another one again, and doing it and finding out it's not sustainable and you lose that control.
Yeah.
And then you face the embarrassment and being ashamed, and then it leads to depression. And then again, you say, okay, I'm going to try the next one. I had a friend that used to call me between Christmas and New Year's, say, okay, what diet are we going to start on New Year's Day? So
yeah,
it's more than just the physical weight. It's also the emotional toll.
That's something we really haven't talked about much before, is that emotional roller coaster, right? Being able to start diet after diet and being so hopeful and then getting our hopes dashed and then trying to pick ourselves up to start another one. So, I mean, that's it's exhausting, right?
It is exhausting. It is exhausting. Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
what led you to think about GLP-1 medications?
Well, again, um, can we say name brands of diets on here? Is that okay?
Sure, sure.
Okay. The last diet I was on was Optavia,
Hmm.
and I lost a good amount of weight. I can always lose a good amount of weight,
Yeah,
but then it comes back on. But
yeah.
anyways, um, at the end of that journey, again, the emotional, I was losing what I felt the control of it. And I'm not going to exaggerate here. I was up to weigh myself 10 to 15 times a day,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
just the mental, like trying so hard
Yeah,
to hold on to
yeah,
it. And I've always felt myself to be a very disciplined person and on top of things, but it's like, why can't I do this?
right.
So I started doing research, and anyways, uh, a friend of mine who also has dealt with weight issues. She had lost a lot of weight, but when we were in a group setting, she didn't say anything. And so finally I went over and talked to her, and she said that I believe she was on Ozempic, but she was also diabetic,
Mm,
and so at that time, I went and talked to who my primary care provider was
hmm.
at that time. And he prescribed Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, but of course with insurance, they didn't cover it, and over $1,000 a month. It's like, I can't
Right,
afford that. I can't
right.
afford that. And so, anyways, and during this time also, I felt I was having sleep issues. And I went and talked to a local sleep doctor about it. And his advice to me was that he says, you seem to be a woman of faith, which I am, but he says, you just need to pray about this.
Oh my goodness. Are you
So
serious?
I'm serious. Yes, I'm serious. So I would go to bed and pray about it and then felt so horribly guilty because of all the
Ugh,
people with truly suffering in the world. And I'm praying for sleep, So I'm like, I needed to start finding help. So in a town very close to ours, there is a very reputable pharmacy, compounding pharmacy, that I had used probably 20 years ago during menopause for hormone replacement.
hmm.
And I called them to get some information on it. And
Yeah.
yes, they did at that time. So this would have been originally like 2 years ago. And
Uh-huh.
they said, we just need a prescription from your doctor. Well, my primary care physician at the time would not prescribe, said was not FDA approved.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, fine, fine. I just kind of gave up. So again, going back to being on the Optavia, I had lost weight, but then also in 2 years, as I said, losing that control that I felt, I put on 70 pounds.
Mm,
And again, the embarrassment, being ashamed, the depression, what is
yeah.
wrong with me? Why can't I do this? Why can't other people do it?
Right.
And, my husband and I talked. My husband has always been so, so supportive of me, and
Hmm.
understand that. I reached out to them again, this pharmacy.
Uh-huh.
They said, contact your primary care physician again, which I did. And again, he said, no, it's not FDA approved. So I called them back. I said, who do you recommend? Give me a provider.
Oh, the pharmacy. Ask the pharmacy.
The pharmacy did. So
Yeah.
they gave me the name of a provider in the same town that they were, who specialized in endocrinology and weight management.
Hmm.
So in April, I went and I told my husband, I said, I want you to come with me. I want you to hear this with me. And we went in, and one of the first things she said to me, she goes, it's not your fault. It is not
Mm,
your fault. And the tears just welled up in my eyes,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
to hear that. And she explained all this. And then she said, well, she goes, and she was talking about the difference between semaglutide and tirzepatide.
Hmm.
And now she goes, Zepbound has just been approved for sleep apnea. And I'm
Hmm.
like, I've had sleep
Really?
issues.
Yeah.
So she sent in an order for overnight sleep study. But in the
Mhm.
meantime, then I went on Lily Direct,
Mhm.
and we ordered that. I mean, and that was fast. I mean, it was 2 to 3 days I had
Yeah.
it. And I started on it. And, you have like a 40 plus, she had given me a 1 month free sample of Mounjaro. So
Ooh.
yeah, the starting dose of 2.5. So I had that. And then
Uh-huh.
with the Lily Direct, you have 45 days, you know. Well,
Right.
in that time, I had the overnight sleep study and I have sleep apnea.
Oh, wow.
I've
Okay.
never been so excited. So, so she was able to send in for the Zepbound, which I'm on
Mhm.
Medicare. So, you have to pay the first 2,000 in the year, and then it's covered the rest of the year. So,
Okay.
the first few months were high, but that's okay. I've had the last few months now
Mhm.
for free, and so that's what started me on the journey.
Wow.
And this last winter, my husband and I were talking, and I I want to be healthy. I just want to be healthy. But
Yeah.
I said, I cannot do another diet
Diet.
again.
Right.
I can I can't count. I can't measure. I can't
Right.
weigh.
Mhm.
I'm done. I am just done with that.
I totally
Um,
understand.
so many years of Weight Watchers, and I kept going back to Weight Watchers and trying another one and going back, and um, I feel like I have finally found, and I think it's probably on your site because I watch your site every single day to
Oh,
learn
thank you.
more. But the three-legged stool, it's not only nutrition and exercise, but the medications too.
The medication. Yeah.
Yes. I
Wow.
finally
So
found
how yeah, how much have you lost with Zepbound, Martha?
51. 51
51
as of this
pounds.
morning. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
That picture there was taken the end of this last March. We were on vacation with our family. And when I saw that, it scared me to death.
Yeah.
It scared me to death. It's like
Now,
I
how tall
have to,
how tall are you and how much was your highest weight?
um on a good day, I'm 5'3". Maybe 5'2.5".
Uh-huh.
I would say there's some other pictures that I sent you from several years back. Yeah, in the beige outfit there, I was probably in my 240s.
Wow.
And
Mhm.
today I'm 177.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I was 228 when I started at the end of April.
Okay. And, are you done losing weight? Do you wanna lose more?
No, I want to lose more.
You
Um,
lose more?
I would like to get into, and there's another Facebook site I follow, also with yours and your YouTube videos about for women in their 60s doing GLP. And I'm kind of listening to what some of them are doing.
Yeah.
I would like to be in my 130s
Okay.
somewhere. I guess I'm going to set a goal, and nothing says cement, but 135, and then just kind of, vary with that.
Now, what did you base that number on?
Um, Somebody had shared a BMI for older women, and
Okay.
it was in there, and it was someone what some of these other women are saying, as far as the weight they've gotten to, and looking at their pictures, and I'm like, I just think I would feel very healthy there.
Yeah. I mean, so 5'3", I mean, I think that would be a fine number. I always go back to the Weight Watcher charts just because those are so programmed in my head. And I think that would probably be right in the range of what they might suggest. So I'm always curious on how people pick a weight, right? Do you use a chart? Is it a number you were when you were younger, or just kind of you're figuring it out kind of as you go?
Yeah. Well, since this process, I also went to a new primary care provider.
Oh, good.
And so and she said she would be more than glad to help me with this journey. I'm still under this endocrinologist weight management specialist, but I have an appointment with
Yeah.
her in February, and she goes, as long as everything's going well, she's going to release me back to the primary care provider.
Okay.
Now, when I did meet this new primary care provider, she goes, she doesn't really go by BMI. Yeah, I've heard
Mhm.
that from a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, But, I'm also going to listen to my husband when he says, you look good, because, I think you can get into a point like, oh, can I be this? Can I be that? And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, at my age, I just want to be healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right. So let's talk about your medication. What dose are you currently on?
7.5 of Zepbound.
7.5. And did you move up every month or did you hang out at the dose for a little bit longer?
No, I was on the 2.5, I would say, for probably 2 months.
Uh-huh.
And then I moved up to 5 for about 2 months. And then I kind of hit a plateau for about 3 or 4 weeks. And so I contacted the specialist, I'm going to call her, and she moved up to 7.5. And I'm very happy there. I think I sent you, I don't have it written down here right now. I'm losing about 1.5 pounds a week. So
yeah, that's perfect, right? You're right in that average,
but I have
range.
to show you. I know you keep very detailed records, and Christopher does not. So
right.
we're kind of in between. So
Okay.
this is the first page.
Oh wow. That's your weight going down, down, down.
Yes, that's what I have so far.
Nice.
And we have this paper.
Okay.
So these are my records.
Perfect. Yeah. I mean,
this is as far as detailed I get. So
yeah, no, I love it. I love it. And that way you can take that into your doctors too. If you want to show them a more specific thing of what's, I saw on the one chart, you had like a little blip. Was that your plateau? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But the visual is great for me to see that.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
I love it.
Each one's just a pound. I don't keep track of the tenths.
Right.
So
that's fine.
But it's a visual, and I think I'm averaging like 1.6 a week.
Yeah. No, that's great.
I've had some weeks that are not that, but it's okay. It's like, it's okay.
Right.
I feel very relaxed about this.
Right. Because you now know it's working and it's going to continue working. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Like it's a very reassuring, I'm not stressed out about it. Like I know I'm going to get to where I want to go. No question.
I have to say this time, I just feel very hopeful. I feel relaxed and I feel hopeful that this is working. And now with, all the information that you and Christopher are bringing about the new drugs coming out, it's like, I will be on this medication the rest of my life. I have a chronic disease. And to understand that is like, that gives me peace too, but I will take a medication the rest of my life. And that's okay.
And that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you told your family and friends that you're on this medication?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, I just decided, no, I'm not going to, because I've done this so many times.
Right.
But I did have, I had one friend who, I don't know if she was trying to find out what I was doing, but she had talked about her children are taking a GLP-1.
Yeah.
And she said, I hope you're not doing that. And my remark to her is, I said, well, maybe you should do some research. And she goes, oh, I have. I'm like, okay, I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not going to argue with someone.
Yeah.
But I've had 2 other people who have reached out really wanting to know and understand. And I have no problem telling them. I have no problem. It's just the negative naysayers. And it's like, fine, whatever you want to think. I don't care. I really don't care. But, it's my journey. I'm working with specialists.
Right.
And the interesting thing is, within the last few months, I had saw my dermatologist and I also saw my optometrist, who both were raving about the Medicaid and support. And it was like, not that I was seeing them for this issue, but, to hear their support from a medical side,
Yeah.
it was nice to hear.
It's always nice to have that validation from another medical, another
Yes.
medical professional. And, and I totally get what, a lot of people will be jealous maybe of your weight loss. They'll be maybe threatened by your weight loss. They don't understand the medications, and it's not your job to educate America on
Yeah.
your
If someone
personal and
comes to
private
me,
health information. Yeah.
I would certainly point them directly to you and Christopher, because and your site is wonderful. I'll have to tell you, this last summer, after um, getting started on this, I'm searching around YouTube one day, and my husband and I were watching TV, and you came up, and you were sitting on your back deck there. I can't tell you which video it was, but you were telling my story. You were telling my story, and Tom and I are just like, wow, like someone who understands. So I love the variety of not only interviewing people like me with the journey, but with doctors, giving the news. You're very diversified.
Oh, thank you.
I really, really enjoy that.
Thank you. This is a great promo for our channel. So thank you very much. Yeah, no, the more I talk, especially women, the more I talk to women about, especially that are between maybe my age and your age, we have very similar stories, right? We were the chunky ones. Our mom tried to help us, took us to Weight Watchers. We went on diet after diet after diet, and we've become so I guess just kind of shell-shocked and traumatized by this diet culture we grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s that, it's now gotten to the point where we're almost fearful to tell other people that want to question this. And we're fearful that, what if this stops working? What if I go back to all those times before? And what are people going to think of me then? And it's so important that we know that obesity is a disease, and it's not our fault. It was never our fault. It was never anything, lack of willpower. It was never any of that. It was just our biology driving us to eat. And that's such we really have to go back to that. Every time we get to that fear, every time we get to that what if moment, we really have to go back to, this is it. This is a treatment for the disease of obesity. These GLP-1 drugs are just amazing in what they can do. And I haven't even asked you how your sleep apnea has gotten better. How did that help your sleep apnea?
Yeah. Oh, I sleep great. Yeah. And my husband has sleep apnea too. So I said, it's kind of funny. We both gear up at night before going to bed.
Maybe we'll be able to come off of that eventually. Have you asked your doctor about it?
Well, we see that specialist, which I'm going to go, obviously not the one that was here told me to pray about it, but the other one. And, but my fear is like, okay, if I come off of it, do I lose Zepbound right now? But I know that there's compounding out there too, so
yeah,
I'm gathering the information, like, what if, what's my next step? So.
Yeah, I don't know how that works with sleep apnea. Like, does it go away, or is it something that you will always have?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll find it out.
Yeah.
Right now it's working for me. So.
Yeah. I mean, Zepbound is FDA approved for sleep apnea. So anyone out there, if you have sleep apnea, that's definitely a good way to get your insurance to look at approving Zepbound. Well, let's talk about some other things. Let's talk about what you're eating on a daily basis. I know, like me, you've been traumatized from Weight Watchers, from tracking everything. You don't like tracking everything. So what are you focusing on your day-to-day meals?
Well, in the morning, before I start getting ready for work, I have one of the Fairlife Core Power protein drinks.
Yeah.
Those are delicious.
I think those have 42. Are those like the 34 or the 42 grams of protein? They have a lot.
Not that one.
Not that one.
I think mine is 20, 26, 28, 29, somewhere.
They have different levels. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I have that. And then probably about an hour or so later, I have a small bowl of Kashi cereal with Fairlife milk.
Mm-hmm.
And then usually noonish, I'm making something with protein in some vegetables and some fruit. Mid-afternoon, then I am having either, is it Oikos has come out with a new protein drink, I think.
Yeah.
I've gotten those, but I also have the Oikos yogurt or I know you're not going to like this, but I'll have cottage cheese with fruit.
Cottage cheese is not my preference, but it is a
I
good source
know,
of protein. Yeah.
but I'll have that. But then I am done eating by 4 p.m. I'm done
Okay.
eating by because I also for years have dealt with acid reflux. So I find eating earlier instead of later, I don't have to deal with that in the
Gotcha.
evening and bedtime. So yeah.
So you're eating an early dinner then? Like
Yes.
super
Yes.
early? Yeah.
Yes.
And does your husband eat early then with you too?
Yes. He's retired now, so he eats with me. So
Okay. And do you make him separate meals or do you eat the same things?
we eat the
It's the
same
same thing.
things.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Nice. And did he ever have a weight issue?
Yes. Yes. The fact I'm not going to tell his story, that would
Oh,
be another time for you to talk to him. But
okay.
same time that I started, he started on tirzepatide, and he's down over 90 pounds.
Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's so now you've been on diets before. Did he ever try any of the diets with you before?
Yes, he did. Now, he didn't have this issue as a child. It was more as an
Okay.
adult.
Yeah.
But he had lost weight in the past on low carb,
Yeah.
Ken's type,
Yeah.
type thing. And he would lose it, but then, you kind of get tired of it and you start eating carbs again and it comes right back on. So it's, the first appointment I had with this weight management specialist, and she talked about food noise. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about until it's gone. And it's like, that's what that is.
Yeah.
And we both come in just to have that food noise gone and, just feeling content of I'm not starving, I'm not hungry, or as I said, trolling in the kitchen where you're opening up all the cupboards or refrigerators just to grab something.
Right. Grazing in the pantry, I call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just such a weight. It's just such a weight off your mind.
Yeah.
Not dealing with that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now, do you guys do any exercising? Do you do any workouts?
I do. Back when in April I started, our local Y is on a half mile from my house.
Oh,
That
nice.
I've been going to the pool every day and swimming. And now my swimming, I swim, do laps for an hour, but my swimming, I say, is a combination of breaststroke and dog paddle. But it's an hour of going back and forth. And I'm doing that at least 4 times a week, if not 5 or 6 times a week.
That's great. That's great. And that's something you do year round.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I went at 6:00 this morning and did that. Now my husband, he doesn't exercise, but he keeps himself so busy out in the yard and working, and he's just busy. He's just busy all the time. So
That's great. That's really great. Did you have ever had any side effects?
yes, I did. Constipation, like everyone else, which I've gotten that managed. Each night and each morning, I take 1 stool softener, 1 Mago 7 before I go to bed, and the same in the morning. If it continues or whatever, then I'll add in Miralax until that takes care of it. I had more fatigue starting out, which and for Christopher say, take a nap. So I said, okay. And at first feeling like really full, like I can't eat anything.
Yeah.
I struggled in the beginning like, how are people getting protein in when you just don't feel like eating anything? Now, that seems to have subsided, but certainly nothing was ever bad enough for me to think, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very manageable, but again, the education and knowing what to expect and hearing what other people were doing, it's like, okay, I can do this. So
Yeah. That full feeling where you couldn't eat much in the beginning, have you found that has gone away as you've gone through the different
yes,
levels of
yes.
medication? Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
find like if we were going out to eat with friends, it's like, well, I have to eat something, but I would have a cup of soup,
Yeah.
like if someplace had vegetable beef soup, I'm like, perfect. I'm getting a little bit of beef. I'm getting the vegetables,
Yeah.
I just found that like soups like that helped. I
Yeah.
felt like I was eating something. So
Yeah. Do you drink a lot of water? Do you have like a water goal or liquids? Got your big cup, Martha.
well, actually, it says Marfa. I do.
Martha.
I'm a home-based. I've been doing home-based childcare for 34 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that was a present from one of my little ones because little kids cannot say Martha. They can say
Martha.
Martha. So
Are you Miss Martha?
I'm Martha. Yeah.
That's cute. That's really cute. Yeah, no, I love it. You got your big cup, keeps you motivated to keep drinking that water. That's awesome.
Yep.
Let's see. What are some things you wish you knew when you started that you would tell somebody that may be starting this medication?
Where to go to find information online?
Oh, okay. The
Because
downsized.
exactly. I wish I had found your channel like 2 years ago.
Oh,
Then I would have
well,
understood the compounding and the telehealth and more what's available.
yeah.
I wasn't researching far enough into that, like what other options are out there,
Yeah, I think a lot of people, ask their primary care physician, and if their primary care physician is not into it and say no, they just kind of let it go. I'm glad that you kept, and you knew about a compounding pharmacy locally, and you asked them to recommend a doctor, which led you to the endocrinologist. So, it's just that persistence and that, trying to figure out, because a lot of times, I asked my doctor for years, can't you help me? Can't you she said, no, you just need to diet and exercise. I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
really?
yeah.
So,
I've been doing that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, and you talk about the endocrinologist. I hear a lot of people say that they came to the GLP-1 medications through their endocrinologist. I didn't even, endocrinologist, like what? I didn't, I never even knew, like, maybe that I should have done that. So I'm glad that, you mentioned that maybe other people have that same, can have that same experience. So it's just, just watching videos, talking to people.
yeah. I just got thinking, everyone can't be paying over $1,000 a month. I know those who have
Right.
diabetes and that it was much less, but it's like, how are these other people doing this?
Yeah.
Unless you live in Hollywood, but it's like, how are they doing this? And, there was just something just kept me pushing and searching and finding help, and
Yeah.
one of the things I know you had mentioned somewhere, somebody asked you about inflammation and it's like, I just don't deal with that anymore.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
like,
think we even realize how much we have until we don't have it. You know what I mean? Like
the food noise.
the food noise. Yeah. And when I first started, I'd never heard the term food noise. And I guess I didn't even realize I didn't have it anymore until I don't know, read something or saw something and somebody talking about food noise. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's gone. It's like,
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's amazing. And I guess I never realized other people had that drive or that, that urge to eat food all the time. I just thought I was the, one with no willpower or couldn't control my eating. And, now that we know, it's a thing. Obesity is a disease. This food noise is driving us to eat all the time. It's so nice to know that we're not alone in that, right? Because I think when a lot of times we're on these little diets, maybe Weight Watchers or different, 17-day diet or whatever the latest fad is, we feel very isolated. Like we feel like I'm the only one that has this sad little lunch and I don't want to eat it. And why can't I eat what everybody else is eating? And we're, poor me. And that's not how GLP-1s are at all. We can basically eat,
Anything.
within reason, small portions of just about anything. So it's so nice.
And I've gotten to the point, I don't want to say I'm on a diet. I'm not on a diet because like if we're out with our granddaughters and we go to the ice cream store, I'm going to have a scoop of ice cream and I'm going to enjoy it with them.
Yeah.
And where before so many times I felt, I've blown the whole thing, like might as well just give up.
Right.
No, I'm fine. If we go to the ballpark in the summer, a beautiful summer night, watching them play their games, boy, that hot dog that they have looks really good. I'm going to have a hot dog.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay.
Right.
But it's not the hot dog and the popcorn and the Snickers bar and.
Right. It's you can make smart, deliberate choices where you can eat some of the things, but you don't eat all of the things because you don't feel driven to eat all the things anymore.
Well, it's like going into a store and so often, right there, let's say I'll be going to my drugstore and you're going to check out and there's all these candy bars.
Right.
And I always picked up several and it got right to the car and I'm eating one and, just those little habits. It's like, would it taste good? It would taste great, but I'm not desiring it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Did you give out Halloween candy to trick-or-treaters?
Yes, but since we live in Bryan, I gave out Dum Dum suckers.
Oh.
Hard candy is just not my thing. It's just not my thing.
That's great. Yeah.
Chocolate, that's a different issue.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to get a Dum Dum sucker. So.
Yeah, those Dum Dums have been around for as long as I can remember. Gosh.
Yes.
For sure. Well, this has been great, Martha. Is there anything else you want to tell people about your journey that maybe we haven't touched on?
To plug in. I watch you every day.
Thank you.
And we're going on a cruise.
Yay! The Downsized Cruise. Oh, awesome.
When that was announced, my husband and I said, let's go. We said, okay. So I called right away and got assigned. So we're looking to meeting you in person.
Oh, great.
Others. And just be able to talk to people who are on the same journey,
Yeah. We've got it running at the what?
People who understand.
Yeah. That's been the greatest thing is talking to people who are on the same journey as you. They had the same struggles. They're going through the exact same thing. So if anyone out there would like to join us for the Downsized at Sea cruise, June 4th through 8th, we're leaving out of Miami on rural Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas. You can go to our website at thedownsized.org, click on the cruise tab, and find out all the information on how to contact our travel agents, Kelly and Roberta. So there's our website, thedownsized.org. We've also got a tab on there to our Amazon store where we've curated some products that I've used along the way that are helpful, like the Mag 07 that Martha mentioned. I use that to help manage my constipation as well. So you might find something on there that will work for you. We're Amazon affiliates, so we make a small commission on each purchase. Well, that's it. Thank you, Martha. Thank you for taking some time today. I hope everyone out there will like and subscribe to The Downsized.
Thank you. And I can't say enough about the work that you and Christopher are doing. It is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All the information you bring is just, I tell my husband, I said, every time there's another little nugget I'm learning. And,
I just keep digging them out of my brain, right? I mean, and I'm sure you have them as well, all those years of all the different diets and sitting through all the Weight Watchers meetings. I mean, we always knew what we were supposed to be eating. We always knew how to lose weight. We just couldn't stick to that because our brains were constantly in overdrive. So
I think there's something you had said that you learned at a conference, something about overeating does not cause obesity. The obesity causes you to overeat.
yes, isn't that
And
like a
it was just like a light bulb moment, like, wow. Wow.
yeah, because we now know that obesity is a disease, right?
Yes.
So it's a chronic progressive disease that we're always going to have to manage.
Yeah. Yes.
So that we've always had it. So our obesity caused our overeating. We didn't do this to ourselves. We didn't eat ourselves into the disease of obesity. It was already there. It was driving us to overeat. So yeah, that was powerful when I heard obesity causes overeating. Overeating does not cause obesity.
And then not everyone who is overweight has the disease.
That's true too. That's true too. So, 74% of America has overweight or obesity. And these GLP-1s are tools that can help everyone manage their weight. So it's really just an amazing time. So I'm so glad that we're around when GLP-1s have come on the scene. So
right, and just since I started at the end of April, the new drugs coming out and the prices coming down. I mean, it's like, yes.
Yeah. So Eli Lilly is working on a oral daily pill called orforglipron. We hope to see it released in 2026, maybe when you're watching this video in 2026 and beyond. You may already know about it. So we're looking forward to that, looking forward to see, how everything shakes out with the prices in 2026. But we're definitely hopeful. There's definitely, talk about it. People are wanting it. It's going to happen.
It may be a great tool I'm looking for when I get to my goal weight and maintenance. So
right. We did a news story that'll go out on Monday about amylins, a new class of drugs that work through different pathways than the GLP-1 receptors. They go through an amylin receptor pathway. So there's just so much research and development, and companies are racing to develop these drugs. So we're just very hopeful.
Doctors will get on board.
Yes. I mean, they're going to have to when they see these results and they realize that the side effects are very manageable. So it's all good. It's all good, Martha.
Yes, it really is. Again, this is a time that I feel very calm. I feel peace in this, and I feel hopeful.
Hopeful, for sure. Yeah. Well, thanks, Martha. Thanks, everybody, for watching out there. We hope you have enjoyed this segment. Please hit the like button if you did. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Laraine Durham for The Downsized. We'll see you next time.